Greetings, gamers. Hoser here for Hoser House Rules. Welcome back. It is the 4th of July. Woo! We got the hot dogs, we got the fireworks, and we have Waterloo, which we just finished. I'm not going to tell you how it ended, but without further ado, here is our recreation in honor of the 206th anniversary of Waterloo. Let's take it to the table. All right, and we're ready to begin. Refight of Waterloo. It is 10 a.m. The Grand Battery are about to deploy. The infantry probably won't start moving till 11 because of the wet ground. But otherwise, we're ready to go. So we're going to check back in maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll see how many turns we get in before noon. The big die roll at noon, and a correction. The extra cavalry for 3rd and 4th Cavalry Corps over by Waiver are 1st and 2nd Cavalry Corps, which were light cavalry and dragoons. So the extra cavalry is dragoons, not cuirassier. So we'll do a couple turns, and we'll be back with Waterloo. Okay, it is 12 o'clock at Waterloo. French turn. As of 12 o'clock, two French units have been killed, eliminated, trying to take Hougoumont. The Grand Battery hasn't done too much. They eliminated 1 British horse artillery from Picton's corps, and 1st Corps has managed to take Plancenoit and kill the unit in the process that was defending it, the British unit. And now it's time for the most important die roll of the game. Will Grouchy advance? Will Grouchy march to the sound of the guns? He needs a 3 or better. Yes, Grouchy will advance this time. So we're going to do 12 o'clock and we'll come back in an hour or 2. All right, so it is now 1 o'clock French turn. By 1 o'clock, a guard unit had to come over to take Hougoumont, and they did so, eliminating the enemy, the enemy unit. But 6th Corps did lose 2 units taking Hougoumont, trying to take Hougoumont. The French have generally advanced, and at 1 o'clock they're poised to start assaulting the hills with 2nd Corps and 1st Corps and guard units in the center, and the Grand Battery still firing at close range. The English have moved up just over the ridge line and are now visible. And over here, the fighting rages on at Waiver. The French have lost 1 unit, and I believe the Prussians have lost 1 unit or 2 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 units. No, 1 unit.
Yep, just 1.
1 unit. Okay, so 1 o'clock French turn. We'll probably come back pretty soon because things are starting to heat up. Okay, let's take it to the table. Okay, it's 1:20 French turn, and the English have actually advanced and done musketry fire. So this is 2nd Corps Hill advanced. I don't think they killed anybody, but the reserve with Picton have also advanced, have been shooting up. They've been shooting at each other. Here, the reserve versus 2nd Corps Riel. And over here is where it got nasty. So 1st Corps Orange advanced against 1st Corps d'Erlon, and about 3 units were killed from musketry fire. And we got cavalry trying to outflank, so moving around Plancenoit and moving to meet them. The Waiver situation at I believe 1 o'clock French turn, the 1st Corps von Zieten broke. So they've been removed, and Blucher is running back to join the oncoming columns, which failed to arrive at 1 o'clock, but they will only need a 5 to arrive at 1:20. So we are doing French 120 now, and it's gotten very involved. So let's see what happens. We'll be back. All right, it is 120 English phase, and they are continuing to advance. Over here, Second Corps Hill has attacked the gun line and the infantry there, including some guard, including with his cavalry. So he's making a big push there. Further east, the reserve, Picton with the reserve, has been decimated quite a bit, but they still have 4 units fighting 5 units here. And the Grand Battery last turn didn't kill anybody, but more importantly, over here on the French right, the Erlon's First Corps has broken, or at least moved, Orange's First Corps off the hill, and basically there's only 1 infantry unit and 2 cavalry units left for Orange, who are moving to intercept the First Corps cavalry that are coming around Plancenoit. And over by Waver, which possibly is pronounced Wavre, I don't know. The French don't know the Prussians are coming, they don't know where they are, so they're basically formed march column and are moving towards Waterloo. And that's 120. There's lots of fights going on, so we'll be back soon to see the results of all these melees. Okay, so finishing up the British 120 turn, the advance by Second Corps Hill, including infantry and cavalry, and the advance by the reserve Picton, including infantry and cavalry, went very disastrously. I don't think they killed any units, and they lost. How many do you think you lost? 3, 4?
I think about 4.
Yeah, about 4 units charging the French line, and that will break the English army. So we got some maneuvering to do, and we got the Prussians coming, but I don't think it's going to make a difference at this point, because most of the French are fairly intact, and they've lost 3 or 4 units and 4 units, and now it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 French corps against 3 Prussian corps, but we will discuss it and see if it's worth fighting. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, so we have decided that Blücher outnumbered 5 corps to 3, and seeing the British Army broken, is not going to advance his remaining 3 corps, and that is it for our refight of Waterloo. A very brave attack by Tim, moving his infantry forward to engage the French line, but the die rolls were disastrous for Tim, and that's it. The British break, and 1 Prussian corps breaks, and the other 3 decide to call it a day and not come on. And that's our refight of Waterloo. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, better yet, leave some comments, and we'll see you at the table. Keep gaming.